Boy, once you kick that bass in on the one, kick that shit.
My name is A.C. Moses, aka King Bobalouie. The name of my book is The Starting Lineup, and it can be purchased at Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble, and those are the two outlets.
You think Compton's in the house? Yeah, they're in the house. We're in the motherfucking house.
If I built Mount Rushmore for the Crips, what faces would you put?
Raymond Washington, Bulldog, Robert Duhan, Cheryl Duhan, Thomas Lillard, Dead-Eye Clint, Big Head, Big Chest Larry, Donnie Washington, Donnie Maxey, also known as Don Juan, Doodoo, Raymond Johnson Doodoo, Alex Qualls, David Phillips, Cisco Wilbur Phillips, Renee Whitehead, Cassie Whitehead, Bobby Furrow, Lynn Taylor, Samuel Simmons, Fernando Jackson, Craig Credot, Lil James Compton.
That's a big mountain. How about if we had one for the Bloods of Piru?
Oh man, first of all, I gotta give my homage to my G brother, Mickey Blue, Harold Bowens. Well, Mick Bowens is Mickey Blue, Harold Bowens, all the Bowen brothers, Terry Dennis Horston, Jerry Nelson, Ralph Sugarman Nelson, little bro Adrian. I can't forget the little babies. The first babies born on Broadway, that would be Wayne Barnes. Second one would be Deion Barnes. My brother Ralph and Terry Carter.
How about Lorenzo Benton?
I'm going to get to him, because that's my baby boy. I love that. Well, since you did that. L.B. Lorenzo Benton. Tam. Puddin'. Naughty. Lil Vince. Oh boy. It's so, I mean, shoot, I want Jerome Edwards, Percy, it's Gary Prentice and Craig Patton and the Johnsons. I'm on there, Murphys, and you know, I got another godfather, Eddie Pope. I can't leave him out because I didn't put him in as deep and make you really understand what part he really had on my life. EP. It's so many people. The Washingtons, Mr. Washington, Mr. Owens, Miss Faby. Oh, I love Miss Faby. That's like my second mother. So a lot of Otis LZ, I'm gonna ask everybody. Everybody that means, those y'all forgive me if I didn't mention your name.
Okay, tell me where and when were you born?
I was born in Houston, Texas. But I've been out here since 1957.
So how old are you now?
62.
You grew up on 92nd and Compton Avenue, is that right?
That's the first place we moved to from Houston, Texas.
Was that neighborhood considered to be part of the Watts community?
It was Watts.
Wow. You have a hell of a role called the Crips in the beginning of your book. You knew Craig Cronut?
We all ran together. We started the Crips together.
Bulldog?
That's right. Second man in command.
James Compton?
Yes, sir. Raymond Washington introduced him to us in those days as his cousin.
Big Chest Larry?
Big Chest Larry. He turned Swan. I mean, him and Thomas Lillard, they about Swans. You know, they went on to be Swans. Started Swans.
What's Swans? Was it just Swans in the beginning, or was it 77th Street or that?
All 80s? That over there, that was the 77th was the first Swans, and they were, like I said, formerly known as Crips at the time. But just so happened Thomas Lillard had an older brother named Knife that was from the Avenues. And I don't think Knife appreciated Thomas looking up to Raymond Washington as a hardcore guy. And Thomas kind of outgrew that. You know what I'm saying? And he rebelled and started Swan in the Crip neighborhood.
You knew Sugar Bear?
I love Sugar Bear. Henry Wiles, of course. That's my boy. That's my baby boy. We, me and him was like two of the big guys. We were two of the biggest youngsters over there. Me and Sugar Bear.
Dead-Eye Clint?
Dead-Eye Clint, that's another one of my baby boys. I love him too.
What about Elvis Dexter?
Yeah, I know them too.
And they were all there from the very beginning?
Of course.
Okay. Seemed like everyone nowadays claim to be Raymond's best friend. Tell me some of the names of the guys that you would consider Raymond's best friends.
It's kind of hard to say who was his best friend. Because Raymond treated everybody like, if they were down and he said they had heart, he didn't separate nobody to make nobody feel that they were lesser than. I can't see him making nobody feel like they're lesser than unless they were actually lesser than. And if he wasn't talking crazy or punking them, and see, like us, we was dependable. You know, he could depend on us. It's like, besides, I come from the east side anyway. You know what I'm saying? I come from the avenue side of the town anyway. So, you know, mine go without question. See, I had more, put it this way, I had more influence with the avenues than he did. Because I grew up going to Russell Elementary School and Charles Drew Junior High School.
All right, so not just you, but a few other of Raymond's close friends turned blood. What was that about? Was it?
Well, let me explain something to you about that term when you say they turned blood. They started their own hoods. Okay, neighborhoods and their own gangs, but they weren't bloods then. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, what made them branch off of Raymond's gang?
I guess, you know, when you're 15, well, put it away, when you're 14 and 15, you know, 15 is like a turning point in your life and you start getting bigger, right?
Yeah.
And you start questioning your ability. When you're 14 and Raymond's 16, he has that big brother mentality on you. You listen to what he's saying. He had that leadership mentality because he knew you were younger. And normally we feel inferior to guys that's older when you're a child. You know, but when you become a man, start getting, you know, growing up and developing, and your mind develops, it's like we start questioning each other. How he talked to you, man, Raymond talked to you like you're a bitch. You know what I mean? And if you was growing out of that bitch stage, so to speak, you would accept that as a challenge, you know, and show this fool, man, that, you know what I'm saying, I ain't scared of Raymond. And a lot of people start getting older and getting taller, and they can see themselves surpassing, because Raymond stayed short and stocky, while everybody else was starting to elevate and get taller and bigger. You know, so it was like you get tired of being pushed around and told what to do, and you want your own power. You know, so there it is. You start rebelling against that, which you formerly was respecting.
Did you ever hang out in Roosevelt Park?
Me and Eric Williams, I just always be up there playing ball, man.
Did you swim at all?
I love to swim up there. Let's go to swim. If they walk on that train track, go up there, yeah.
Did you run across a guy named J.C. Patterson up there?
Yeah, I remember J.C. Patterson.
Thomas Little?
Thomas Lillard.
You knew him from the park?
I know him period. Growing up.
And what year was this when you was playing in the park?
Ooh, it was on 65, 66, 64.
And Thomas and Elvis ended up becoming Swans, right?
Yes, sir.
Was
my boy, I love that. We go to Tom's backyard. He stayed on 77. He had a big old house. He got an older brother named Preston. We all went to Bethune, ended up going to Bethune.
So they was on the west side.
Yeah, we all went to Bethune. But yeah, Thomas, his brother Preston, and Knife, Big Knife. So Knife was with the avenues. That's what made him rebel, man. And because Larry, you know, they all stayed, you know, in the same neighborhood, so yeah, they all got together and did that. And what's that? Was it Johnson's? Ozell Johnson? John Johnson? Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this Broadway game.
Oh, that was chilly, and actually the Wilcox brothers were one of the big brothers of it. You know, they sponsored it. Them was the boys everybody looked up to, the Wilcox. Yeah, Jackie Todd, Pam Todd, and Chili, Carl Casero, Eddie Matthews, Richard Matheny. Oh man, Jerry Passe or something like that. There was a bunch of them, man. You see?
Did Bulldog run with these guys?
No, Bulldog was no Broadway with them.
No. What were the Broadway's borders back then?
That was like over there, like between the freeway on going west of Broadway and Gage, on down back to I say probably about 59th, on down and by the freeway west of Broadway, and then on down to I would say Florence and Broadway and the freeway, and between Main and Broadway.
And Raymond ended up recruiting these guys, or they went to Raymond and
They ended up joining up because you can't beat them joining them. We got too slow. The gang got too big. Our gang got real big. But figure that first the Broadway gang was dominating doing through the high school. Somebody was getting stumped down every day after school. So it was guaranteed somebody was gonna get stumped down after school. We just never was no peaceful exit going to the house without some type of drama going on in Bethune and somebody getting stumped down. Now, what had happened, I was going there when Broadway and San Pedro was first wrestling over who was going to be the dominant gang, and Broadway prevailed. So, yeah, chilling them. They had it going on heavy rotation. Paul Jones, Evan Jones, Carl Casero, Eddie Matthews. They had the fear in folks' hearts.
You call the Avenues the big bad gang. What made them so bad?
The Avenue was a big gang. Yeah, because they just had an aura about themselves, man. They was confident and getting buff was they norm, man. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them was getting there. All of them was buff. The ones that weren't buff was still treacherous. You know what I mean? It's just something about them, man. They had a lot of confidence about themselves, and inspired. They was like so prominent in the neighborhood that it just treated the whole neighborhood, and everybody wanted to be like them. Who all had that gang type mentality that wasn't really focusing on a real school education, you know what I mean?
So was Craig Munson the leader, or he was just another
No,
member?
Craig Munson was the leader. I would say him and Raymond Burns and Donnie Boy. I mean, you could say either one of them.
And what was their area? What was the borders for their neighborhood?
The avenue stretched out from, let's see, as far as I know, is from there, from Central, maybe Wadsworth. From Wadsworth, going around towards Nadu and all back towards the east side and Firestone area, and it went down across Firestone like as far as 89th Street. You said all back to Hooper, go back to Hooper, go down to Compton Avenue, go back and come back up towards Firestone and go right and go to Miramani, go all around Miramani, come around Nadu. All that shit was their surroundings, man, and all the in-betweens.
And who was their rivals?
They had a gang called the McCoy Boys. I'm certain that was the only challenge I ever heard that they was going against having a real serious war with. Other than that, you know what I mean? Us youngsters really didn't too much get up involved in there, and they separated us from that. You know what I mean?
When Raymond pledged on behalf of you all to become Avenues, Baby Avenues, who was the one that denied
Raymond Burns was Raymond Burns was let's go be no Avenue. None of them really, shit, they laughed at us. Actually, at Fremont.
At Fremont. So what year was this?
That's like November '69. I remember that clearly.
At any point, do you remember calling yourself Crips?
Now, this is what I want to clear up too, man. I've been hearing all these documentaries, people saying people was Crips, baby Crips, all that kind of shit. Just to make no mistake about it, man. We started the Crips. It was Crips, C-R-I-P-S. Okay? Y'all get that crib shit. Man, I don't know what you do. Oh, now you may have interpreted us for saying crib. Never been no cribs, man. We knew what we were doing. We was imitating somebody who was crippled. His name was Victor Adams. And you do your history and learn your homework and find who Victor Adams is. Okay? He's a very prominent guy and we all looked up to. And the boy was something special to us. And during those days, we all aspired to be like Vic. You understand what I'm saying? Vic used to be a real skinny dude. He was real skinny. I used to walk up and go skating with Victor. You understand what I'm saying? My daddy had a cleaners called Jim Cleaners, right there on Manchester, off of Central Avenue, next door to the Kitchen Liquor Store, before the Kitchen Crips even thought about being Kitchen Crips. Matter of fact, during those days, the Kitchen Crips wouldn't even think about being no damn Crips because, for one thing, that avenue was too, that neighborhood was too prominent, and Crips wasn't that big then.